Max can win the title in the sprint.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen a bit of dialogue around this, people being a bit unhappy, the idea of Max Verstappen winning the title at the sprint race.
Yeah.
I don't care. How do you feel about it?
You know what it is? I don't care because it's going to happen anyway.
Yes.
So realistically, honestly, he could win it midweek and I wouldn't care.
Well, he's already won it.
Yeah, exactly. They could deliver him the title like just whilst he's having his breakfast on a Tuesday, and I'd be like, yeah, fair enough, mate. It was coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, if he wins it at sprint, whatever, but it's part of the race weekend now. So you've got to understand that in seasons where a title isn't as closely fought, you can still at any point where points are awarded, you can win the title.
Mm-hmm.
So if he won it on a fastest lap, it would be different to the olden days. If he won it on a sprint weekend, it'd be different to the olden days.
Yeah.
He's going to win it regardless. So I don't have a massive problem with it. What I have more of a problem with, to be honest with you, is the fact that we've got a sprint weekend at Qatar. I don't really like that as a sprint weekend track. I'm not going to lie.
I do wonder how they went about choosing the tracks for the sprints this year.
I reckon they just put it in like a bingo. The wheel that they have, like the ball. For bingo.
Classic.
Until I went to bingo recently. And they have that, and you spin it around, and there's all the balls and everything, like the lottery.
I like that.
And it comes out. I reckon I just did that.
I used to work
88, two fat
Gala
ladies.
bingo.
Qatar, sorry.
That was my uni job. Gala
Really?
bingo. Yeah, in Bournemouth. Yeah.
Was it bingo or was it
to be fair,
student bingo?
So no, it was bingo, but I worked at Gala bingo, but I actually worked in the area with all the machines, like the slot machines, and that kind of stuff. So I had to cover a couple of times on the running around, and someone won like $1,000, and I got to give them the envelope.
Oh, nice.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Bless him.
It was actually $2,000, but you just took the envelope. You're like, half a bit of that, mate. Cheers,
I'll add that to my pay packet. I'll take that. I mean, look, uni, it was tough times, just living on rice and ketchup. Tough times.
Never laugh.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, facts, you got to. I honestly normalise going to the bingo all the time with your friends.
Yeah.
Not just old people called like Deirdre and stuff. The young
bingo.
Formula One bingo. F1 drivers go bingo. I think that's content, to be honest.
I reckon. That is content. I reckon. Yeah. I like that. And they did the little reunion, by the way, content-wise, of George, Alex, and Lando, which is pretty cool.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. But anyway, sorry. We digress.
By bingo.
Look, I think it would be a bit annoying if it was the final race of the season and it was a sprint.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree with that, yeah.
But I think at this stage, I don't really, if Max wins it in the sprint or the main race, he's comfortably going to win it anyway. So I'm not really, because I did I asked a Verstappen fan. So I think there's a mixture. I think some people, feel like it takes away from you win the championship, you can finally rip the Band-Aid off, but then you can't just go and get shit-faced and you would on a post Sunday.
Yeah, it was funny, wasn't it, at time? Do you remember Toto Wolff just getting absolutely just trolleyed?
What, after 21 Abu Dhabi?
Yeah. Because it was. Did they win the? They won the constructors.
Yeah, they won the constructors.
So he was just getting trolleyed regardless. He didn't even give a fuck.
No,
about anything. He was like, I earned my drinks this weekend. I want them. I've been through an emotional roller coaster. I'm getting the gin in.
Yeah, he took it, didn't he?
Yeah,
bless him.
But you can't really do that on a Saturday.
Yeah,
we don't want Max Verstappen failing the breathalyzer test in the morning.
No, exactly. You don't.
No,
but I mean, would have won the championship anyway, so he can just sit it out.
Yeah, true. Yeah, actually, because then he can get the full day. I don't feel like Qatar is really the place to
just give.
Go out flash though.
It looks like Lawson's not going to be in a seat next year.
Yeah,
and so maybe just give Lawson Max's seat.
Yeah. Like the George Russell Bahrain situation. Where it's just let him. Hopefully, George didn't win that race in unfortunate circumstances, but
they shouldn't they? Really?
Maybe that's the plan.
We'll see.
Christian, if you're watching, get Liam Lawson in the Red Bull. Just for Qatar, Cap. I know what you thought I was going to say, but calm down there for a second.
There is, I don't know, I feel like, let us know in the comments below what you think about the sprint championship decider. But you say Qatar's I think McLaren will go well in Qatar. Good high-speed corners. It's a bit of a bike racing track.
Yeah.
So it's going to punish, I think the Williams is going to struggle. I think the Haas always struggles. So I'm expecting good things from McLaren, but I do expect him to wrap it in the sprint.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, the Red Bull is just the best at anything. So unless Max breaks down, I think. What are the permutations, by the way? What's he got to do to actually win the title?
I don't know.
I get the feeling it's one of those where he's just got to basically outscore Sergio by... Because the thing is, in the sprint, obviously there's not as many points handed out, there's not as many gaps between points, get 8 for winning, 7 for second,
and then
whatever.
it's 1 down each time.
I feel like maybe he'll need a bit of a Sergio Perez disaster class. But we're never usually too far away from a Sergio Perez disaster class, so especially in his current form.
Sorry, Checo, but the truth is the truth.
Yeah, to be fair, there's not as many hairpins, I don't think, at Qatar as there are maybe. Actually, no, there's only one hairpin in Japan, and he managed to hit people there. I'm trying to like just hope that maybe he's not many opportunities to get into.
Well, look, I mean, it's Sergio Perez in 2023, so And again, look,
it's so weird, isn't it, that Sergio Perez has become a meme driver this year?
That's what
I don't think I could never.
How long he's been in the sport for?
Yeah,
as well.
That's probably the latest character arc to being a meme driver ever. Like usually you start meme wise and then maybe you develop or maybe you don't. The Grosjeans and Maldonados kind of went 2 different ways. Maldonado kind of stayed a meme driver with his sparks of brilliance, and then Grosjean started a meme driver and then got his shit together and became a bit more of like a well-respected, well-rounded driver.
And then kind of went back.
And then went back to being a meme driver again. And Sergio Perez has had a whole career of just like being the calmest guy out there, and then suddenly he's decided to...
That's what I mean. He was the way he was considered, even though, yes, a bit of a pay driver at the start, like helped him get that opportunity at Sauber, but I think on merit, I mean, he was in the McLaren, remember?
He was good in junior category.
Didn't have a good time in the McLaren.
No, V. Jensen. It wasn't a good McLaren.
It wasn't a good McLaren. You're right. And eventually, finds a home at Force India, builds a stellar reputation. I said this about Checo, I do think, this stint is how he will be remembered. Yeah, it's the most recent stint of his F1 career.
Yeah.
And it's the most high-profile stint of his F1 career. So that is a bit of a shame. I think that is a shame for Checo. But ultimately, look, Max is dominating. He's walking it this year.